What's up? This is TKJ here. You may know me by those names from the internet. It stands for the Knitted Juggler, or Tabitha Kira Joyce. And the Knitted Juggler is a bit of a personality that I have. It's something cool, something fun, something that I'm totally used to being. This is kind of the point where I'm at now in my life, where a lot of me has changed and a lot of me hasn't changed. This is going to be the reintroduction to who I am in the blog that I'm going to do. Basically, I've had a lot of different things in my life, and I'm kind of tired of having them all separated. Like, you guys are free to pick and choose what you watch from my life. I'm going to label all the videos with what category it is, but for the most part, I'm tired of separating everything out. You know, it's time for me to be me, and that's all I can be. You know, I told you already, I'm the Knitted Juggler, so of course, you know, that means that I knit and I juggle, and I do a lot of other things as well. I knit, I juggle, I do this thing called cosplaying, and it's where I dress up in characters from like TV shows and movies and games and books and manga, and I really enjoy it and I really love it, and it's something that, you know, I totally enjoy doing. And I've knitted a few outfits and I've knitted a few props as well, and I'm pretty sure that I'll show those off in videos about knitting or cosplaying, so keep an eye out for those if you're into that kind of thing. I'm a juggler as well. I don't do juggling so much on the videos. I feel like as soon as the camera's turned on, I instantly suck at juggling. But for juggling, I can do balls, rings, scarves, and clubs. I'm working my way up to torches, which is going to do something really new and exciting to do. I do contact juggling as well, which is usually one ball, and it's usually always on your skin as well. If you watch The Labyrinth, it's what David Bowie does a lot of, and it's one of the reasons that I got into contact juggling. I thought that was just so cool and magical. As I said, I do cosplaying, and I'm currently working on a few new ones, mainly from Homestuck. And if you don't know what Homestuck is, then that's okay. If you don't like me because I just said that I dress up from Homestuck, then you should reevaluate your life choices, because hating someone based on one of their likes and their interests is really weird and strange. I mean, we don't complain about your series that you like, you probably shouldn't complain about ours. Yes, the fandom's a bit immature, but remember, that's how Naruto was back when it first came out. So every fandom just needs a bit of maturity to it. There's a lot of fans out there that make it up, you know, there's a lot of cosplayers out there who love the series, who are actually very respectful to it, and it's kind of wrong of you guys to just hate on them for that. So that's my little spiel about Homestuck and how I feel about it. If you're wondering who I cosplay from Homestuck, it's usually Dave Strider, Gamzee Makara. I'm working on Dave's Strider right now, which is really exciting. We're doing alpha soon for a convention, so I'm going to be Jake English, and part of me is super excited about that. Can't wait to be Jake English. I need to work on the accent so badly though. It's going to be really fun, and it's going to be an interesting challenge because I've never cosplayed a personality like Jake before, who's really over the top, and usually my characters are, oh no, I can't say that they're either psychotic or they're completely subtle and quiet. You might know me from my writing as well. My account on Archive of Your Own and my account on fanfiction are by the same name. They're terminally cosplay. I write the Homestuck Refrain series, and I'm super excited about that, and I love Homestuck Refrain, and it's this huge, beautiful AU, and it's going to be completely sad. So if you're looking for a happy fanfiction, don't read any of my things. I'm also working on some old stuff for the fanfiction world, but it's new to me, and that's Pet Stuck and Street Stuck. And if you don't know what Street Stuck is or Pet Stuck is, just look into it real quick. It's really cool and interesting and fun, and I've been role-playing it on MS Parp, so if you run into any of those things, there's a good chance that it's me. For writing, I do original works as well. I'm not going to really talk about them because a lot of them are in the really new stages of development, so there's that. So, you know, that's quite a bit of things that I do already. The knitting, the juggling, the cosplaying, the writing, and of course, I'm a college student as well, and the two programs that I do are paramedics and business, which is something really fun and exciting and a little bit different and strange and quirky to put together, but I enjoy the two of them. I enjoy doing business classes, so that's kind of fun for me to do, and it's a great use of my time, and I learned so much about how to just operate in the real world. Yes, I get to be an adult. I don't even know why they call them adults. You know, nobody's an adult. There's 16-year-olds who are adults, and there are 27-year-olds who probably need to learn some responsibility about things and the things around them. So there's that. You know, I just have like really random stuff around me right now. I have my writing book and my my sketch pad underneath my laptop to give it a little bit more height on these tables that are like already feeling like I'm sitting at the kindergarten table. But I have my knitting with me. I have like a couple things that I'm working on today. The first is for cosplay. It's the Russia scarf. I cosplay Italia, and I'm super excited to do Russia for the first time. It's actually going to be my first Italian character that I've done, and I'm super stoked about that. Another thing is that I'm working on some knee-high socks for someone, and yes, I can knit lace. And you know, if you want something knitted, just shoot me a message and we'll try hooking it up. Yes, I get asked a lot to do Doctor Who scarves. Nobody follows through on it, but if you're going to ask me for a Doctor Who scarf, then you need to be prepared to tell me which Tom Baker scarf you want, because there are like 3 or 4 different Tom Baker scarves from the different seasons, and they're usually different lengths too, so you need to figure out which length you want it to be and stuff like that. And then there's the Shiva scarf, which is like a 26-foot disaster waiting to happen, but if you really want a 26-foot scarf, then you know, I can see what I can do for you. Just random stuff around me. Still listening to fun. There's a lot of songs going on. You already saw my Mustache wallet, which I adore. It's from the idea that I have as well. It's the Scums of Watertown. It's SKUM, Scums. And in case it's under that name, it's the Old Adventures of the New Smoking Room, and it's something really cool and fun that we're working on, and it's a dynamic little process. I have my brick with me. I can do a lot of damage with this camera. It's got paint on it, it's got chips on it. I've taken it to most of my conventions. I have a GoPro at home. Yes, I have like one of the GoPro cameras, and they're really beautiful and small and petite, and I love them, and I can take them to conventions, and they have, you know, cases that are meant to withstand 100 miles per hour of wind, and they're thrown into the Bering Sea, so it's a little bit of a perfect camera for a convention scene if you're not willing to, you know, mount it on a harness. You can just make its own housing. I just have my Kindle with me. I couldn't decide what I was reading today, which was rather interesting and weird for me to not know what book I wanted to read. I'm reading Stephen King's Joyland is one that I was reading. I'm also working on getting the book Outliers, which is a business book, and it talks about these weird connections that this guy started finding out in the business world, and I'm a bit of an outlier myself. It's something that I'm venturing towards, and it's where you put over 10,000 hours of work into one thing, and I'm clearly kind of heading in that direction, so that's pretty cool and interesting for me. So there's the outlier stuff going on, there's the business stuff going on, there's paramedic stuff going on, there's this cosplaying stuff going on, there's the writing stuff going on, and the writing stuff is super great. I have nothing out right now because it's all in the editing phases, but I write post-apocalyptic horror. I know, right? Post-apocalyptic dystopian horror, and it's kind of like my thing that I do. I want to be a master of horror one day, and yes, I know that I am a female, and I called myself master. If you're really going to get a little fussy over gender titles, then it's time to reevaluate your society. So I'm going to tell you to reevaluate yourself a lot. Anyway, I've been sitting here for way too long. I want to get up, I want to get moving, I want to get things done, so welcome to the reintroduction of the life of the knitted cosplayer. It's time to go. It's time for me to leave, and it's time for me to figure out if I finally have this microphone right, because I'm so sick of doing all this tech work for it.